Start the recording. Here we are, opening day 2016. We are starting our, what is this, the 7th season now in the TWBA. We've only had one repeat champion, so that's pretty cool. So we have 6 different winners.
One non
5
game
different
7.
winners in 6 seasons.
Yeah, I've all have
That's
gone
parity,
to
baby.
7.
Yeah, all game 7s except for one. 5 different game 7s.
Yeah, some loser.
Yep, a lot of close ones in the beginning there. Some real tight playoff races that some of you new people might not remember, but
So we're going to start here in the mile-high city of Denver. You guys can talk while I do these things here.
we want to go over the people. I guess both of these teams. Denver got a lot of old people on their team. Lost a couple. I believe they brought in Mike Humbarger, someone they've been eyeing for a while to really shore up that outfield defense.
Darius Harris, they brought in last year. It looks like he's been working out for them.
Brian Nelson, that's new, right?
Yeah, that is new.
Yeah, Brian
Yeah,
Nelson,
Brian Nelson.
Mexico
Yeah.
City.
Former
Guadalajara.
Tequila.
Yeah, so Denver relying on
Another
a
old
lot
guy.
of veteran hitters in their lineup, but they have a couple of young pitchers to inject some youth into that team there. Players like Manfred Pothoven, Sabadio helped lead them to their first championship last season.
Definitely some young pitching for sure.
Anchored on the offense by MVP winner Con Ngo, only 26 years old, won his first MVP last season, setting the single season WAR record as a batter. Chicago returns much of their dominant core that they've had for the last couple of seasons, although these guys are getting older each year, so it's a ticking clock, but they have a couple of young players to step in to the lineup here. We not playing today, but they're bringing up their top third baseman prospect, Romuald Chuico. He's going to play every other game at third base. Split some time with Daniel Leroy.
How come he hasn't been brought up yet?
Seems he's up.
Oh, is
he?
Not. I thought you were manipulating service time.
No, he's up. They let Wang Ta, longtime star, walk in the offseason, a great defensive player. He's now going to be playing for Memphis, being a part of that immaculate infield defense that they're building over there. Taking the bump for Chicago is Dwayne Barker. Everyone knows him. He's had
Dwayne the Train.
How many Cy Youngs? A lot. But yeah, I think we know these teams pretty well at this point, so we can go ahead and get this one kicked off.
First time these two guys are playing again, excluding the spring training.
Yeah, since Game 7.
World Series Game 7.
Well, technically it was the championship series. Jeff.
That's true.
Who's to say?
Well, the game says.
Maybe.
Look at all those awards on the right side of the field there.
I think that's good. All right, F&D leads it off with a strikeout, so Pothoven is on pace to set the strikeout record with his first strikeout of the game there, as Catherine Nambi, who's in to face the lefty Pothoven, flies out to center field. He only plays against lefties. Acosta gets his season off with a bang with a single into center field. Chicago has a runner up.
The other scores.
Oh yeah, good point. As
you do it now.
Leaves strikes out. Oops, that's not
Pothoven really looking to be the future of that another strong young lefty pitcher for Denver, so really continuing the tradition on that one. He looks to be a strength for them going forward.
can't move that right now for some reason.
It's good enough there.
Oh, maybe because it's, yeah. Put that there. Out of the way. Okay, Dwayne Barker strikes out. Nego to lead off as Nelson grounds out to first base and Patrick Ortley for out number 2. Here's Carson Nina, and Acosta makes a diving catch in left field as the Grizzlies go 1-2-3 to start their season. And it'll be Ryan, Mueller, and Mauer as Ryan
we
grounds
talked so much
out
about
to Nego.
Acosta's hitting. You often forget that he's an elite defender as well.
And Mueller grounds out to
Memphis 2-0 over Steel City. Vegas 1-0 over Boston.
Oh, love to see that. As Mauer singles
Washington 1 over Brooklyn.
into center field. Here's the catcher, Baxino, and that inning goes exactly the same as the first inning. A couple of ground outs, a liner into center field, and a strikeout. As Bintang grounds out to Maurer. Here's Mo Clark, and he grounds out to Ortley for out number 2. Guadalajara with an early lead over Vancouver, and Memphis leading Steel City. That one is screened in the gap. That's going to be extra bases written all over it. Steve Bean, stand up double for the first hit of the game for the Grizzlies. Here's Darius Harris now batting from the left side. He's going to ground out tomorrow, and that'll strand the runner at second base for the third out. That's right. Joining me in the booth today is manager of Boston and my brother Joe, as well as the manager of Brooklyn Atlantics, Jeff Rios.
Oh, Boston up 3-1 on Vegas. That lead did not last.
Catherine Nambi looks at ball 4, and it'll be Ruben Acosta with a runner on, batting for the second time today. Ooh, and Hoven makes a nice play there on the mound, and that'll be the third out as we head to the bottom of the third. Here's
great pitching and defense on the display today.
Gilzai and Nego drop third strike for out number 1. Here's Hamid Gilzai. He looks at strike 3. That's the third K of the day for Dwayne the Train Barker. Nego swings and gets nothing but air. Fourth K of the day for Barker. He's only allowed 1 hit through 3 frames.
How old is Barker now? 27?
He's either 27. I think this is his age 28 season, but I don't think he's 28 just yet.
You see that young?
Yeah.
I was hoping he was 30.
Yeah, he's still that young. You got many more years of Barker torment to come, Joe. As Stars go 1-2-3, nice strong inning there for Pothoven.
Boston always does well against Barker, I think.
He's got 4 Ks.
Guadalajara getting another one against Vancouver.
That ball is hit hard, but right at F&D for the first
Memphis
out.
pulling away with 4-1 against 4-0 against
Nina and Ortley makes a nice diving play, flips it to Barker for the second out.
Walma having a tough start here. 4-0
Engel
against Brooklyn.
strikes out.
Not
5th
great.
K of the day for Barker as he gets through another clean 4th inning. Up for the Stars will be Baxino and Leroy, bottom of the order. That's going to be a double to lead things off for the Stars in the top of the 5th. Here's Baxino, the young catcher, Urbano Baxino. Ooh, and that's going to maybe score a run.
He's going for it.
And first run of the season for Chicago. Baxino stretches it into a double, brings home Mara with the RBI there. Leroy will ground out to Bintang, but Baxino moves up and it'll be top of the order. F&D, 1 out, man on third. He checks his swing, but it's a strike anyway, so it'll be out number 2. Here's Catherine Nambi, and he hits one high Does it have enough? It does not. Right fielder ranges back, makes the play. One out, one run across for Chicago as they take a slim 1-0 lead. For Denver, it'll be Mo Clark, Steve Bean, and Darius Harris, 3 lefties in a row. That ball is hit lazily into center field after Deep's got it, no problem. Here's Steve Baked Bean. He doubled last time up, but he looks at strike 3 there, the 6K of the day for Barker.
If you saw that, but 2 men on, 2 outs for Vegas there. They're still that 3-1 deficit, so definitely within reach of them against Boston.
Darius Harris mimics Steve Bean, 7 Ks for Barker, 1 hit through 5. Ruben Acosta lines out to Bean and left. Here's Ortlieb. Ortlieb hits that one deep, but Humberger flexes his range there and makes that one
tied
catch.
there for Vegas.
Las Vegas
Boston.
has tied it up 3-3. Washington up 4-0 on Brooklyn as Ryan grounds out to end the inning. Half inning. Here's Mike Humberger looking for his first hit as a Grizzly, and he gets it.
Through.
He's on first to lead the inning off. That's only the 2nd hit of the day for the Grizzlies, and he's going to take off swinging, stealing, and he is safe. Humberger, first steal of the season. And that's going to be a ground out to Ryan for the first out, but Humberger moves over to third. Ooh, and that's going to score a run as that ball is crushed by Nago. He's going to be on second with the double, and this game is tied. 1 out here, and Nago is going to steal third base easily. Full count here. Ooh, Leroy makes a nice play there to save a run for the 2nd out. And here's Sunina.
Big hit here.
Ooh, Costa makes another diving play.
Save.
Saves another run there. And this game's going to stay tied 1-1. 4 hits to 3 hits for these teams.
Heating
it's
up.
A close one. And now they're going to bring in the stopper, Ito. Is he going to go the full 3 frames here, hoping for a win? Putting the best pitcher here in a high leverage situation. Las Vegas
2
takes the
men
lead.
on, no outs for Boston.
Here's John Marr. And he looks at ball 4. Baxino with the RBI last time up. Can he produce another here? He's going to get another hit up the middle. Good day for him so far. Man on first and second here for the bottom, the 9-hole hitter, Daniel Leroy. And he looks at strike 3. So it's going to be 2 outs here for F&D.
Vancouver on the board.
He bats from the left side. And that's not going to do it. Easy. Pop up in the infield.
And Boston Vegas tied. Great game there.
Boston extends their lead 6-0 over Brooklyn.
Not sure who's pitching for Washington, but they're doing a hell of a game. Only 2 hits for Brooklyn so far.
Bingtang grounds out to first for the first out of the inning. Here's Mo Clark. Mo Clark's going to get that one down. That'll be single. Deposited into right field. Here's Steve Baked Bean. Barker at 92 pitches, getting up there as he gets his 8th strikeout, 97 pitches. Can he get out of this inning deep in the hole? Ryan makes a nice play there to end the inning. Surely that's the end of Barker's day. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned, and 8 Ks. Not a bad debut for him this season. Ito will be in there again to face Catherine-Ambi. Catherine-Ambi grounds out to Bingtang for the first out. Here's Ruben Acosta. And he's going to get his 2nd hit of the day as he slots that one into right field with a single. Here's Patrick Ortlieb as he strikes out
Roman
the 2nd time
in.
of the game. And they're going to pull Ito. Here's Thibault to Roman. And Justin Ryan will now bat. That ball is deep. And Humberger makes a nice catch there to prevent any damage. So this game remains tied at 1-1 through 8.5. 7.5. Ooh, it's a little fumble bumble. And that's going to be an error on the Stars as Humberger reaches first base. Can they double him up here?
Double.
Oliver Peterson, Chicago stopper now in the game. He gets the double play he needed. Here's the top of the order with the go, and he strikes him out.
Peterson had a great spring this year.
Peterson's been very dominant for Chicago since coming over via trade a couple of seasons ago. Here's Anders Krautmuller to lead things off. Now we have Elaine Vincent, and Vincent strikes out Mueller looking. And that'll bring up the bottom of the order for Chicago, Maurer, Baxino, and Leroy. Mauer's going to hit one to third base, and Nelson makes the play. So Denver making the trade for former Guadalajara Ticalero as Vincent gets out of this one pretty cleanly. They're going to get him mostly for his defense there. So longtime third baseman Zuniga is not going to be playing third base this season. He's getting up there in age and his range is diminishing, so they're going to slide him over DH. We know he can still hit. He's going to bat now as he grounds out to Leroy. They're going to play Brian Nelson there at third base for the majority of the season, so nice pickup there. So they can keep Zuniga in the lineup. And Nelson, a former batting champion, it's going to be a nice addition to this Denver offense. So we're going to extra inning baseball here. It's the top of the 10th, and we have
Great catch
pitch
by
hitter
Hamburger.
Stevenson batting for Leroy. Nice play in center by Hamburger. He's been great this game defensively. He'll be at the top of the order, but Efrendeep strikes out. 2 outs now for Catherine Nambi. If I was managing this game, I'd pinch hit him. Well, I guess this is a lefty. He's good against lefties. But he hits a little squibber down to Nelson. Nelson makes easy work of that one. 1, 2, 3 go the Stars in the first inning of extras. Top of the 10th. Now we head to the bottom. It'll be Clark, Bean, and Harris. And Jim Lee's now pitching on the mound for Chicago. Had an excellent spring as well. A lefty. A loogie pitcher, as they say in the business. He's the kind of guy who you can dream about. He's going to slide nicely into that stopper role when Peterson doesn't have the stuff anymore. Strikes out the first 2 batters he faces. Here's Darius Harris. Darius Harris is going to hit one right in front of Acosta. That's going to be a single. So 1 on, 2 outs, and a third strikeout here for Lees. So he mows down Denver, gives up a single to Harris, but no damage done as we head to the top of the 11th.
It'll be tough to get through that rotation of Lees and Peterson, but if they can get past that, then Denver might have a chance.
Acosta grounds out to Engel.
Players with 2 championships with 2 different teams. Interesting.
And here's Ortlieb.
Who's that?
Harris. Darius Harris.
You're sounding a little tinny, Jeff, like far away.
Tinny?
Yeah. Are you using your mic?
I am.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, moved it a little bit closer.
Ryan grounds out for the 3rd out. Jim Lees will stay on the mound to face the bottom of the order. Gill's eye looks at ball 4. Here's the top to go. Nelson Zuniga. This is the meat of the order. This is what you're looking for. Denver man on, and that ball is screamed.
Ooh, deep one.
Deep.
Gonna get him on 3rd.
They're gonna hold the man on 3rd. Men on 2nd and 3rd. No
wow,
outs.
where you want to be.
Prime RBI opportunity here for Denver. Nelson looks at strike 3. Crucial strikeout there for Lees in this high leverage situation. Here's our best hitter, Zuniga, and he's gonna end this game here as Denver walks it off 2-1. Excellent first opening day game. Lees with the loss and Vincent with the win. Great pitching duel here. And this one, Barker goes 7, 8 Ks, 98 pitches, very efficient. Pothoven had a nice day as well. 6 innings, 1 earned, 5 Ks. On the hitting side, multi-hit days for Chicago for Acosta, Maurer, and Baxino. On Denver, only multi-hit day is Nego, but most of the team got at least 1 hit set for Bintang and Gilzai. Gilzai reached once with a walk, so Bintang was the only one not to reach base for Denver in this one. Player of the game. Oh, apparently Peterson got injured on that. Player of the game is Dwayne Barker, despite getting the no decision here in this one.
Not going to check that injury. Oh, Alberta.
Alberta! This is where...
Vancouver.
I think you should take Cooper Green and send him right to free agency.
Yep.
We're just going to move
Release
down
his ass.
the lowest guy here. This is probably going to happen with a lot of teams, I imagine. Yep. So we got Haiti, same thing. So we're just going to move to the lowest guy down to AA. And Milwaukee has 2
Milwaukee
over.
Hops. That's a good name.
Yep. Move them down to AA. And Miami. Move this guy down to AA. Okay, that's it. So that's good.
We got Bay Area and the Dirty Birds next.
I forgot to go over the scores.
Right.
Let's go back.
What happened in the Boston? Oh, the Dealers won it.
Dealers.
Wow, 15-inning game. Wow.
Great game. Okay,
Yeah,
so
should
we
have
have
that one.
Washington winning 6-0, blanking the Atlantics.
And Wilma had nothing.
Wilma got crushed in that one. So Las Vegas wins a thriller over Boston. So Boston scores one in the 15th. Las Vegas scores 2 in the bottom of the 15th to walk it off. Great game there. Ruggeri Farnese is the player of the game. Steel City drops 1 to Memphis. Memphis, all the promoted teams starting their season off with a win. Love to see that. Guadalajara wins a close one, 2-1 over Vancouver. Woods with the losses are with the win. Alright, let's move down the steps to the Icbl. We have Baltimore winning 4-1 in their debut versus Seattle. Mooj with the win. Zika with the loss. The Dirty Birds starting their season off with a win, 3-2 over Bay Area. Parra
Drury,
with the win,
player of the game.
and Van
They're gonna like to
Zandt
see that.
with the loss. That was a blown game there. Drury, player of the game. He's going to be a nice young pitcher there for Florida for years to come. We have Houston taking care of Atlanta pretty handily, 5-0. I think Atlanta will
5 runs in the
struggle
7th.
with their pitching there. On the flip side, Houston has an excellent pitching staff. Couple of newly promoted teams, Ottawa and Mexico City, squaring off. Ottawa takes this one 5-4 over the Chupacabras. Reynolds with the win, Subert with the loss. And Phoenix taking care of Haiti pretty handily, 6-0. Arnold with the win, Lucas with the loss. Player of the game, Matt Arnold. Let's move down to the basement. We have Tijuana winning 6-5 over the Royals. Simo with the winner, Hutchinson with the loss. That's his pitching debut, I believe. No, he came up last season apparently, and I missed that. He was a first round draft pick pitcher a couple of seasons ago for Cincinnati, part of that elite minor league farm system that they're building there. Hanshin wins 7-6 over the Havana Bananas. Roy is the winner, Shaughnessy the loser. Player of the game is Bodon, now pitching for the Bananas. So that's interesting wrinkle there. A lot of former. They also picked up Mark Fisher. He's playing for Hanshin, so a lot of former players squaring off in that one. Cape Cod wins 9-5 over Los Angeles. The prediction by Danny for them never to lose a game is still in play. Thornton the winner. Paramita is the loser. And Montreal winning 5-4 over Santo Domingo. We're going to see them live in a couple of days here. And St. Louis winning their first game, new manager in charge, 7-6 over the Kingston Cool Runners. Max Haraj, the winner, and Matarazzo, the loser. Okay, so we can go now to the Icbl. We are going to head to Florida for the first time on stream. Do we have the Dirty Birds in chat yet? I'm not sure. We know he's really excited about his team this season.
Can we get a couple Flamingo caws in the chat?
What is that, an octopus? Alright.
Yeah, it's a squid. Squid 1,
Looks
3,
like Florida
2.
is in the chat.
Caw. Alright. Get your bath salts ready. We are
That's a
heading
good one.
to the city of Miami. The Florida Flamingos are taking on visiting Bay Area sea lions. We call this one the Krill Cup. Both these animals love themselves some krill and some small fish. So who will win the first Krill Cup of 2016? We'll find out momentarily. So let's go through these lineups here. So we have the Florida Flamingos. It looks like it actually is pretty balanced hitting wise between these two teams. Florida has a slight edge, but Phil Zeller getting the edge over Rosa Hadjic. You recognize that name, Joe? Rosa
Oh,
Hadjic
I recognize that name. Former
taking
Colonial.
the mound. Former prospect, Boston Colonial, now pitching in Florida here. They traded for him this offseason. So this Florida team took over. They had a couple of prospects on the squad already, like Eddie Stallings, most notably. I think this is a season that he could really break out. His age 25 season, he's going to be an excellent hitter here. He was a former #1 overall draft pick by Florida, and I think this is the year that he takes that next step, gets into that MVP conversation for the Icbl. They also have a couple of veterans on the team. Bogdan Prunau, he's played in a couple of places, such as Vancouver. We have Justin Hood. He's been around the block with Boston and Chicago. Now in Florida, he knows how to hit. He's going to protect that middle of the lineup there. Picked up a couple of young players, like who they get?
Jarko Puliman, is he there? He's new. Jarko Puliman's new. They shored up their bullpen, bringing in Kirkbach, Siltala, and Gomez.
And they have a
but
rookie.
new first baseman Alexander Phillips this year. Should allow Justin Hood in that DH role now.
They have a rookie, Jake Alford, who absolutely crushed it in spring. He's a top 10 prospect in the Icbl. He's only 20 years old here. He didn't get a hit in his debut, so he's looking for his first hit here on stream. So he'll be a fun player to watch. Third baseman there, batting in the 7th spot.
And I'm being told another young'un to keep an eye on is Tom Parra, starting pitcher reliever. I'm not sure if they have him in the pen, but we'll see if we get to see him out today.
Starting in the pen, he got his first win last game, actually, in relief. So let's talk about Bay Area here. So,
yeah, I can talk about this one. So Pat Paul, key to their offense. A big part of Bay Area's success is going to be if they can stay healthy. They've got a couple key fragile players and prospects that they're going to want to keep up. But most of their team is built around the superior offense of Pat Paul, as well as a couple guys who can just get the ball in play. But they've got a pretty good pitching staff, led, of course, by Phil Zeller, who had a stellar spring training, sub-1 ERA. He's been one of their top prospects for a long time now, even though he's played on Bay Area. But he's really hoping to see a breakout season this year, and hope he can help to carry that Bay Area rotation.
So who have they replaced for the big offensive and defensive loss of Fuchi Lee?
Yeah, I believe Pearson Gross is new. I'll have to check that one, but he'll be playing third, most likely. There's a couple guys who are up in the air there at that third base position. Looks like he's not new, but
he's coming up from AAA last year.
For his debut, yeah, last year. So there's a couple guys who might be moving in, but a big part of Bay Area is here is just seeing what utility guys they can plug in, mash it all together, and see how it works to back up some of that pretty solid pitching staff, and of course stop down with their elite stopper Sean Van Zandt, I believe reliever of the year 2 years ago. I'm not sure if he won last year.
He did.
Just in Florida, apparently they're on a shower strike. I don't know what their aims are of that, but that is happening.
All right, let's get this one started.
Yes, we hope their demands are met.
We got a custom stadium here in Florida.
That's a beauty. We hope it doesn't get a little rowdy.
Whoa, where's our first baseman going? He's way over at second base.
He's lost.
We have a leadoff double for Ayub bin Farhan.
He had a great year last year.
And here's Pat Paul, the man in question. That ball is deep in the second base hole. makes the play at first, and Ferran moves over to
Brown with
third.
his 35 speed.
And he's going to score here on the grounder. We have 2 outs and an early score on this one. And here's Giridhara, the lefty, as he grounds out to first baseman Alex Phillips.
You love seeing your
Alexander
team do
Phillips.
just enough to move that batter around and get him home.
Here's Bogdan Prunau, the veteran batter, as he hits a lazy fly by the shortstop, who's just strolling along, and it drops right in his glove there for the first out. Mark Dower, former Rookie of the Year, looks at ball 4. He's on first base. Here's Eddie Stallings. Dower takes off running, and they're going to hold the ball there, no throw, and he gets a steal there. Here's Eddie Stallings. He strikes out and strands Dower at second. Can Justin Hood hit him in? Justin Hood hits one deep, and that ball's foul. That ball's foul. Usually they don't show foul balls, I feel like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is that?
Justin Hood looks at ball 4, so one of the 3 outcomes occurred there. Is it a walk? Is it a strikeout? Is it a home run? It was a walk this time around. But the Dirty Birds strand 2 there as Alex Phillips strikes out. So it'll be Frank Gardner and Zen up for Bay
Mike
Area.
Frank, one of the young pitchers they brought up, I
Hitters.
believe last year. Hitters, not pitchers. Brought up a couple years ago.
Yes, his 3rd year.
Hasn't really had a breakout season, but a big OBP guy, but strikes out quite a lot.
Gardner grounds out to Prunau for the second out.
I believe this is one of their new acquisitions. Another
Hadi
utility guy.
Nope.
No, he's not. Don't know what I'm talking about. I set this lineup, but
Oh boy.
did not build it.
Here's Jarkko Pumalainen. He's a new hitter for the team.
Jarkko Pumalainen.
He's an older veteran player, but he's had some good offensive seasons for Athens. Hit 316 2 years ago, 288 last year. And Bay Area gets back-to-back strikeouts here. Here's the bottom of the order.
4Ks for Zeller.
And he hits one deep. I don't think it's going to be enough. Center fielder ranges back. That's Gardner making the catch deep in the gap, right at the warning track for the 3rd out. So through 2 solid innings, we have a 1-0 advantage for Bay Area. Rosa Hadjic gets his 3rd strike out of the gate, setting down Josh Stoneberg and a full count swing strike.
Hedrick had to be a new acquisition this year too, right? Wasn't he on a Centennial team?
Yeah, he was a trade in the offseason, yep. He was on Riyadh for a couple of seasons.
Right, where Boston plopped him. I believe that was in the Cookbury Merchant trade, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so, a long time ago. Ben Ferran reaches base for his 2nd time today. Exactly what you want out of your leadoff hitter. Here's Pat Paul, and they're going to flip it over to Hadjic for the 2nd out. 3rd out. As Bay Area strands a runner. Let's take a pause now and look at the out-of-towns. So 0-0 game in Warsaw. That ball is hit lazily into right field for the 1st out. Seoul and London are tied 1 apiece. Bucharest and Vienna were showing all the European teams
Easy
here.
catch there. Yeah, getting them first out of the
Seattle with a 1-0 advantage over Baltimore. Baltimore took the opening game. That one.
way. Showing who the number 1 projected team is.
Are tied 1-1. As Stallings gets the 3rd out of the inning there. Haiti and Phoenix are all square through 4. Oh, that ball's deep in the gap. Does center fielder have enough range? Yes, he does. Esposito makes the play. And here's Giridhara. Now to single up the middle. So Bay Area getting a couple of singles, 1 double here. Not a ton of offense here for either team so far. A lot of strikeouts. We have a 5th K there for Hadjic.
Yeah, but I'm liking the mow pattern here. Shout out to the groundskeepers at the Dirty Bird Stadium.
Yeah,
Does the stadium have a nickname?
Oh yeah, it's called the Oasis.
Yeah,
Here
shout
are
out to the
Oasis.
groundskeepers at the Oasis.
There's actually a cool sign on top of the scoreboard that we can't see that says the Oasis. Maybe
Well, I'm sure it looks great.
when we move over to OTP 22 and they have better like camera tracking of the ball.
Yeah, O222 they put a lot of.
We can show off some of these other features of these ballparks.
Yeah, they put a lot of emphasis in stadium design in OTP 22.
Oh, that ball is crushed.
I've been told.
Does that have enough? No.
No, he's got that easily.
So Zeller's got 5 Ks. No runs for him. Here's Jake Alford still looking for his first hit.
Oh, is
That's
that
a
double?
fumble bumble.
No.
So he reaches on an error. And here's Todd Johnson. And he looks at strike 3.
Bay Area shortstop.
Just ran another
Definitely one of
two
the
there.
changes they made to put a little bit better defense there, but he is not the best when it comes to errors. So.
Hua Ding Zhang. He hits a towering fly ball to center field. Esposito makes the easy grab. Here's Josh Stoneberg. Left fielder batting from the left side. 1-2 count, strikes out, swing for out number 2. Hadjuk pitching pretty well here. 4.2, 7 Ks, 3 hits, 1 earned. Nice debut here for the Dirty Birds as he gets his 8th K of the day.
Yeah, really solid showing from Hadjuk. I don't think Florida really expects him to be one of their aces.
And Bo Esposito gets a hit right up the middle into center field, and he's on first. Here's Bogdan Prunau, top of the order. Will that drop? No, I don't think so. Center fielder Gardner makes the easy play there. Here's Mark Dower. Mark Dower strikes out. Swing, 7 Ks also for Zeller, so quite the pitching duel here. Here's Eddie Stallings, the shortstop. And Gardner's going to make the play on that one too.
It's interesting for an extreme ground ball pitcher like Zeller.
I like the mural on the back. The back, if you look above the standings in the outfield, it's like a cool mural on the top.
Are you talking about the guy's face in the leaves?
No, below that.
Oh yeah, I do see. They're kind of colorful.
Yeah. Pearson Gross.
I like that
plate
picture
with
as
2
well.
outs. You like the guy in the leaves?
Yes, it really captures the Florida energy well, I think.
Real nice.
I agree. We wanted some custom Florida elements in their scoreboard. Just big Justin Mashhood steps to the plate, and he's going to get a single here. Not very common for Justin. Usually it's a home run, a walk, or a strikeout. He's batting .400 down the year. Here's Alexander Phillips. Oh, and that's going to be back-to-back singles for the Dirty Birds. Are they knocking on the door here? Here's Puma Lanen, the left fielder.
Yanagita, former Boston pitcher.
Oh, and they're going to get into a double
Great,
play here.
big double play there.
Huge double play. Here's Jake Alford. Can he get his first hit and his first RBI? And he does. It falls right into right field. The young 20-year-old gets his first RBI and puts the Dirty Birds on the board. It is 1-1. And here's Todd Johnson, and Alford's going to take off running, and he gets a stolen base. So Alford, we mentioned his insane spring that he was having. He actually stole 10 bases in spring training. So
wow.
Over 5 weeks, stole 10 bases. So he's going to be a prolific base stealer, and Florida's going to give him the green light. So look for him to rack him up this season.
Patrick's still going. Interesting that they pulled Zeller. He's got a big stamina. Maybe
he racked up his pitch count so well as strikes. Yeah, so I'd like to point out that the man in center field on the scoreboard in center field is Spaghetti. So he hides behind plants, behind dumpsters, and he yells out and yells Spaghetti. It's his thing. It's very Florida vibe. So we got 1 out, men on second and third here.
Yeah, can they answer?
Ooh, I think that's going to score a run. Nice play there in center field to keep it from being a double. So Bay Area has 2 runs on 2 sacrifice
Answers a
hits. And here's Josh Stoneberg. I don't think that one's going to drop. So
not a great night for him. And 5 at-bats, 0 hits in his first game. So
Seattle now up 4-0 over Baltimore. Atlanta takes the lead over Houston.
They're beating Houston. They're gonna hope for another 5-run
Haiti
inning.
putting a smattering on Phoenix. So that game broken open by the bullpen, 7-1, the advantage over Phoenix.
Mexico City up 6-4.
That ball looked inside, but Pruna swung anyways, and he'll go down on strikes. Mark Dower, the right fielder, steps into the plate. 1-0 count, and he's going to hit one deep.
Steep one. Can you get it?
Nice play there by Gardner. Good range. He makes a leaping catch there to stop extra bases. And here's Tom Parra, the man in question. Can he come in and get the win for the Dirty Birds in this one? He's
Ooh, gonna be
surrender a
extras on that hit.
leadoff double to Adani, a shortstop. Brought in for his defense, I believe, right, Joe? Not much of a hitter. That ball is
Who's
deep
that,
as well,
second
so
baseman?
that'll move Adani over at shortstop. That'll move Adani over to third base. So they're in position to get another. They're gonna put Pat Paul on. They don't want to face him, so he'll get the intentional walk. They're gonna set the double play here for Pearson Gross.
Might not be a bad call. Oh, that's gonna score a run.
So they give up another run here in the top of the 8th.
Tom Parra, you are canceled.
Haiti bringing in the hits against Phoenix, 7-1.
Yeah, we already said that.
Oh, we've seen that.
And that's another
He's safe.
RBI as
Going
Paul
for third
rounds
there.
third there. Makes this a 4-1 ball game. So Parra's struggling to get outs here as he throws this one. A wild pitch.
Is that air, wild pitch?
I'm not sure, I didn't see.
Hmm.
Ooh, and they're gonna put Frank on as well.
Not looking good for Parra.
Still need a double play here. Infield's in. Ooh, that ball's screaming.
Ooh, that is not going to be a double play.
That is not what you want.
Bay Area is cooking. They aren't eating krill tonight. They're eating bird.
That's right. Fried Bird breaking this game open in the 5th, finding their bats, 5 runs here. And they're going to pull Parra here. Steven Farrell, he gets a strikeout they're looking for all along. So now 2 outs here for Josh Stoneberg.
There should be another easy strikeout.
And a nice play there. Oh, and it's bobbled by the first baseman, or no, throw off the mark by Alford. So the rookie with a throwing error there after a nice diving play to get to that ball.
Gotta give him a break.
So a little bit of growing pains here for a young team. Parra comes on. Can't quite find his stuff in this one after getting his first win last night.
Tanner Ladd, who came in last season, I believe he is a rookie as well, if you want to check that, Ben. But he had an exceptional spring. Might not be ready for the big leagues quite yet. Okay, I am wrong on that one, but he's a new player and he's young.
Oh boy.
I know that for sure.
He only pitched 11 innings last season.
I'm not sure why he got brought up, but a young player who had an exceptional spring, hopefully can help out with that. Give Sean Van Zandt a little help in the bullpen there.
Jarko Pumalainen looks at ball.
Not looking good so far.
He's got 2 outs in this one. Here's the rookie Alford. RBI single his last at bat. And he's going to get a walk. So bases juiced here for bottom of the order. Todd Johnson in the game for his defense. So not the man you want with bases loaded. Is that one going to drop?
That should be an easy catch.
Second baseman ranges back. Ben Ferran makes the catch for the 3rd out.
Alright, well, Ladd does okay. He does his first 3 balls on base with 3 balls in a row. Not what you want, but he gets out of it alive.
Runs. Now 8-0 over Baltimore. Haiti adds 2 more, 9-1 over Phoenix. Pat Paul strikes out swing. Steven Farrell has been excellent out of the pen so far. 1.13 Ks. And Alford's going to make that throw for the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Sea Lions, still 7-1 in favor of Bay Area. And it'll be last chance here for Florida. Bottom of the 9th, here's Bo D'Esposito. If he can get on, then you're looking at your top one. He's going to fly out to left center. Gardner makes a catch. Here's the top of the order, Bogdan Punau.
Well, they're going to need a miracle here, so.
And Ben Ferran makes an easy play there. Down to the last out, Mark Dower batting from the left side. Ooh, diving catch by Stoneberg in left, and that'll end the game. So Bay Area takes this one 7-1, visiting Florida.
Some random the chat telling us to buy followers. Not sure if you can ban them, Ben, but
How do I do that?
no idea.
Shut up. UT baseball.
Baseball, I am happy with all 12 of my followers.
All right.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. We don't need followers. We got a tight knit family here. I just banned them. Okay.
I thought Florida shamed him into.
Okay. So 7-1. This one ends. Both teams now at a 1-1 record on the season. So multi-hit days for Bay Area for Bin Farhan, Giradhara, and Gardner. Gardner had a nice day in the outfield as well. Multi-hit days for Alexander Phillips. The bats struggled a little bit for the Dirty Birds. Only 6 hits in this one. And it was a good pitcher's duel for the starters. Zeller went 5 innings, so he did get kind of high in his pitch count there. Only 5 innings, but he had 7 Ks, 1 earned, 2 walks. Hadjic had an excellent debut for Florida. He gave up 2, but most of that was due to Parra letting his runners score. He didn't have any earned runs when he was in the game pitching. He had 8 Ks, goes 7, no walks there for Hadjic. And he is the player of the
All
game,
game for him.
despite
Yeah.
7-1 win for Bay Area.
Yeah, so great first start for him. I think Florida's going to be very happy with that, even if score wasn't quite reflecting it.
Haiti wins 9-1 over Phoenix. Q the win, Zoo the loser. Ottawa wins 8-7, so we've had a couple of close games there between those two teams, a couple of one-run games. Both have gone Ottawa's way so far. Edwards the winner, Reese the loser. Player of the game is Casey Hicks. Atlanta winning 3-2 over Houston to get into the win column. Saker the winner, Wilson the loser. Player of the game is Saker. Seattle putting the hurt on Baltimore 8-0, blanking them. Pendiala, excellent game. He gets the win. Squilino the loser, and Bobby Rusin, former Boston Colonial, is the player of the game. And
Apparently was a former Boston Colonial.
I think we're missing a game. Are we missing a game here?
Not a trade I made.
Not sure. No, we're not. Okay. So we have Vancouver winning this one 3-2. Yee is the winner. Yee. Addison is the loser. Andy Addison, former Memphis prospect, traded for by Vancouver. Nodorf is the player of the game. Had an excellent start there, but they needed more than his. They got the run support in the 6th after he was out of the game. So we have Memphis winning another one to go 2-0 on the season, 4-2. Bin Farik had a nice game. He's the winner and the player of the game. Zoo is the loser. Kilmer with his first save of the season. Baltimore winning 5-3 over Las Vegas, thanks to 2 runs in the 9th. So
Boston,
scoring
I
late.
should say. Yeah, thanks to Trong Tree Fong, former Colonial, blowing that save there.
Aney the winner, Fong the loser, Josh Vaughn the player of the game. Washington losing to Brooklyn, so both those teams are 1-1. The only team that's 2-0 is Memphis so far. And Chicago wins 5-3 thanks to some late offense in the 6th and 8th. Valencia the winner. Mountain Men, Hayden Kelly. Is it Hayden? Yeah, Hayden Kelly is the loser. Valencia is the player of the game.
Few home runs for Eli in that game against Washington.
In the basement, we have St. Louis going to 2-0 on the season with a win over Kingston, and Montreal going to 2-0
Close one.
with a win over Santo Domingo. That one ends 2-0. Capriati the winner, Vic Cole the loser. Capriati player of the game, and Cape Cod will not finish the season undefeated as they drop this one 6-1 to Los Angeles. Tutia is the winner. Long is the loser. Tutia is the player of the game. Tijuana crushes Cincinnati. Cincinnati off to an 0-2 start. Welton the winner. Jokinen the loser. McDaniel is the player of the game. And Havana puts the hurt on Han Shin, winning 14-1. Fisher, former Hanshin Tiger getting a win against his former team, and Luis Buisson used to be on Memphis, also on Berlin, and I think Paris before that. He gets a loss in this one, and Mike Brown is the player of the game. Alright, so that'll end day 2. Let's move on to the basement for day 3. And we're going to take over for Montreal Santo Domingo here. So this is the first time we've been at Montreal Stadium in the stream. So these two teams, kind of similar position last season. Both of them finishing down towards the bottom of the standings, fighting for that top overall pick, which ultimately went to Santo Domingo. They went and got a nice college pitcher.
Nick Fletcher, former
Nice
Boston
college
Colonial.
pitcher, Ponyata out of Northern Illinois University there with their first pick. So these teams are looking to accumulate a lot of prospects, a lot of young players as they make the slow climb out of the basement, hoping to one day get all the way to the top. So we have pretty even Stevens lineups here between the two teams. So looking at Santo Domingo, their big players are, I don't know this team super well. I think Labuda is a big player. He had a nice year for them last year. Hit 310, 351 on base. Israel Fisher, that name sounds familiar. He had a decent year for them last season as well. So they have a lot of like 3-star guys. Brian Boder, he's been around before. I think he used to be on
So
City?
for those of you
Used to be on
Boston fans out there, you'll notice a couple Boston names out there. Brian Boder, of course, from that original garbage team, and then Nick Fletcher and Faiz Afridi, who I believe Faiz is a former Chicago as well.
That's
but
right, Faiz Afridi's. So Montreal's made a couple of trades this offseason, picking up some discarded players from other teams. Some notable guys are Josh Brown, who played last season for Hanshin, once predicted to break the single-season home run record by Avery. He didn't really come close, only hit 25, and then was shipped off by the Avester pretty quickly after the season. Montreal says, hey, I like this guy. He's got some nice power. We're going to pick him up and stick him in the middle of that order. Give some protection to Faiz Afridi, who was a Silver Slugger All-Star last season, had an excellent season for Montreal. Former Chicago prospect, so it's good to see him doing well here down in the basement. They also picked up Nick Fletcher. Nick Fletcher played last year for Boston, was a free agent. Did not extend his contract with Boston. Also played for Memphis a little bit. So he's going to slide into that third spot. He's a nice little hitter at first base. That's 70 contact. So they're improving their offense. They're adding a power bat and a contact bat. They also picked up Ciaran Dunn. Ciaran Dunn played most of his years in Seattle. Was shipped off to, I forget which team.
free agency signing in Steel City. Or I think they let his contract run out.
No, he was shipped off to another team, and they Steel City traded for him, and then they let him walk, and then I think he went to Steel City traded into Paris, and now he's been traded to Montreal. So he's been played most of his years in Seattle, and then moved around a couple of places. Once a top prospect, but he's kind of struggled the last couple of years. Hopefully he can find his form here this season down in the basement. Okay, let's get this one going. So here we are in Montreal, Canada, and Labuda is going to ground up to shortstop. He can't get it cleanly, and they're going to score that one a hit. And there's going to be another hit there as Labuda makes it all the way to third. Nope, he's going home, and they can't get the.
Well, he's going to make it.
They're going to hold it at.
He's safe.
The relay is going to hold it there, and that's going to be the first run for Santo Domingo early in this one, and they finally get their first out, ground out to second base, and they're going to walk Zoo. Ciaran Dunn struggling a little bit at the beginning of this one. Justin Williams batting on the right side. He's going to get
great double play there.
They needed that one, so saved another run there. So 1 run across for the Sea Monsters. And now batting for Montreal will be Kelly, Torrez, and Fletcher. And Kelly's going to get a leadoff single under the outstretched glove of the shortstop, Zoo. And he's on first base. Here's Alan Torres. Alan Torres is on deep into the gap there. Didier Thierry can't make the play, and that's going to be an infield single, I guess. As Fletcher flies out. And Phaser Freedy's going to score a run here. Nice RBI for him. Close play at the plate, but he is safe. Now batting will be Josh Brown, the power bat. And he's going to pop one up. Pitcher's got it for the second out. And similar play there for out number 3. So batting for Santo Domingo will be White, Boder, and Thierry. As White grounds out to the first baseman Fletcher for the first out. Here's Boder now, and that ball is screamed but right at the left fielder, and he makes a nice play fielding that one easily. He's not going to get to that one as Thierry is on first base.
Aaron Dunn fitting in well here at French Canada with that mustache.
That's right. Havana up 3-0
nice mustache
over Hanshin. Sure. He's played in Paris, so he's
LA up 2-0 Cap City.
He's working on his French culture there. Get a nice mustache. He's also French origin, I believe. Sierra Dun sounds French. Sierra Dun.
Yeah, let me check that.
I believe he is French. And they're gonna muff that one. No, they're not. That's another infield hit. So a couple of infield hits in this one. Alex Cortez reaches first. Backs up and makes the play for the second out. That'll be Alan Torres, right fielder. And he's gonna ground out to the shortstop. So no runs across in this one.
No, he's actually Northern Irish. English.
Northern Irish.
English and Northern Irish.
That doesn't sound right.
I don't think his name sounds French. I think you're a bit of a reach on that one.
French. That one's right down the line. And he's going to blow right by the cutoff man. And he's going to be on second base with the leadoff double. Labuda. He's got 2 hits in this one. That ball is screamed in the gap.
It's a deep one.
Right off the wall.
That's
off the wall. A couple 10 feet. Must be spongy material that the walls are made out of in Canada, and that'll be the second run across for Santo Domingo.
It's one of those recycled playground, recycled shoe.
Oh yeah, probably. Get a little bounce, give back on.
That's what my sources are telling me.
Ooh, they're gonna tag up, and he's gonna be gunned out at the plate. That throw is on the money for out number 3.
And this game is brought to you by Montreal Expo's sponsor, Domino's Pizza. Domino's, it's good enough.
And Labatt beer. It has to be Canadian. Labatt. So I get a lot of these stadiums from the same guy, and I feel like a lot of his, especially his Canadian ones, for whatever reason, he loves to put the Domino advertisements out there, and you can't really see it that well, but there's a that ball.
Oh, that's a deep one, and it's gone.
So lead off Jack for Williams. That'll be the 3rd run of the game. As I was saying, you can't really see it, but there's a little Canadian flag at the bottom of the Domino's logo there.
I think I see the little speck there.
The little leaf.
We love patriotism here in Montreal.
I feel like I should next time we do this. It feels a little weird with the.
That's a deep one.
That
out of there, it's gone. Another home run.
Keeps his run up poor form that he's had the last couple of years. A couple of jacks in this inning, and now it's 4-1 in favor of Santo Domingo. They're going to keep him in there.
Do we even have Santo Domingo or Montreal watching the stream?
I'm not
Hopefully.
sure. Probably not.
I don't know what
Definitely
the
not
names are.
Santo Domingo. He didn't export in. He seems to be not very active in the chat, but usually he's exports.
Oh, we got
every day.
Montreal here.
Hey! Jeremy Montreal seeing his team get crushed so far. Oh, and there's another one. Cirondon. That's going to be close play at the plate, but that's going to be a run. 5-1.
Pick that Boston trade for Sierra and Dunn. That probably would have helped them out better.
Oh, Ricky Engel, another former Hanshin player. So Hanshin, he's singing his praises of a lot of his players, most notably Bodon,
Doesn't he do that?
Baker, Engel, Brown. All those guys I mentioned.
Oh, great save
no
there.
longer on Hanshin, so very interesting strategy there. They're going the route of, as they probably should at the bottom of the basement, accumulating those young players at low payroll, trying to make a little bit of profit while you grow your farm system. But speaking of farm systems, let's talk about some of the moves that Cincinnati's made to shore up their farm system. They might have the best farm system that we've seen so far in our seventh season in the TWBA. What are your thoughts? Have you guys taken a look at some of the guys they have in their farm?
Looked a little bit. Looks nice, but can't really
They picked up
make a judgment compared to others. But yeah, I've seen a couple of those prospects they've accumulated. They're definitely leading the pack there in the basement.
They picked up Dower, so someone I was high on in the draft and completely forgot about because of the 1-year draft rule. They traded for him out of Reykjavik, so I was a little disappointed that I didn't jump on that one. So we got a couple of
I know they
pitching
picked
guys
up young former hopeful third baseman prospect developed in the Boston minor league systems, Josh Sherwood, not even topping on those top prospects. I'm not sure if he's starting for them this year, but
there's a hit.
Another talented one just to show how they've been scooping them up.
Double there by Kelly to lead off the bottom of the 5th. And here's Torrez. So this is the top of the order. This is a chance for Montreal to get some runs back, and they're going to score a run there. Oh, it's going to be close.
Here you go, they're taking full advantage. Oh,
he's safe.
He is safe.
So Torrez gets the ribby there and adds another run for Montreal. So they're closing the gap here. Ooh, and that's a double play by Fletcher. So he lowers
another thing about Josh Sherwood, fans might know him. He's very popular. So another great addition there to help sell some tickets there in Cincinnati.
Yep.
And on my sources, I am getting that he is starting at third base. I think he's ready for it at 25, so it should be a nice addition for them.
Wasn't he your shortstop? Who's the shortstop prospect that was decently traded away?
He was, I think he started as a shortstop, but he's a better third baseman.
That was the best.
He's got like 80 arm or something.
Isn't that the guy traded to you?
No.
Sure
Ooh,
something
Darius
like
Harris.
I drafted him. He was
that
a
one, but not
late round draft pick.
Brown. Yeah, he was a guy that I really like. Oh, he's the guy that I really liked that I wanted. And you drafted him and then you traded him away, and I was mad. That's why I know his name.
Oh, the shortstop?
Yeah, pretty sure that's him.
Yeah, actually, that was a dumb trade too. I know who you're talking about.
Ooh,
That's not Sherwood though.
Maybe it's not Sherwood. Yeah,
no, I know who you're talking about.
For that guy and I couldn't. So AI values. So Josh Brown on first with a fumble, and this will be another double play. So getting a couple men on here from Montreal, but then doubling up. It's not what you need to win games here.
I'm getting a comment from the fans about the Domino ads. It's another great time for a Domino ad break. Canadian Domino's. It's Canada. This is what you're gonna get.
Domino's, it might be pizza.
You want pepperoni? Well, you get a maple leaf.
Domino's, when you're too lazy to think of anything else. We got your back.
Well-known Domino's slogan. Why not?
Domino's, I think you drove by us one time. How about giving us a call?
We cannot out Pizza the Hut.
Domino's. It's better than Papa John's.
Domino's. At least we're not Papa John's. This game is flying along as we get the 7th inning stretch. Montreal's going to need to find their bats here. Bottom of the order, Joel Fielding looks at strike 3. Here's Cortez Jr. So I wonder if Cortez Sr. is in the game. Can one of you guys look that up?
Checking with our stats people right now.
Alex Cortez is the name we're looking for as he grounds out to third.
Looks like
yeah, Alex Cortez. He's a retired first baseman. He's 43 years old.
So look at that.
Spanish in
So
origin.
Alex Cortez Jr., 25-year-old, is actually a game-generated
He's American
son.
though.
Game-generated son, so is Alex Cortez Jr. Game-generated son of Alex Cortez Sr., so that's pretty cool.
Well, Cortez Sr. is Spanish, but I assume he came here to play baseball and presumably had a son.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
we have someone in the Twitch saying that they're a GM at Domino's. So a little shout out to that person. Jar is a bear.
Oh, that's Jar is a bear. That's Havana.
Havana.
Havana. Oh, I think we need to put
Havana bananas.
some Domino's ads in the Banana Stadium. What do you think? Here's Nick Fletcher. He's been uneventful so far and continues to be uneventful as he lowers his batting average to 167. Fades a Freedy off to a hot start, but he's going to hit one a mile high to the first baseman for out number 3. So Montreal's going to have one more chance to get back into this one, but we head to the top of the 9th. Santo Domingo to be Terry, Ghazali, and then the top with Labuda. Jerry Sutherland is on the mound. I didn't mention the pitch and change, but he's been pretty good so far. Pitched a full 2 frames, no earned runs, no hits, and 2 Ks. Nice play there. Oh, and what happened? The throw is off target, so it makes a nice play to get to that one, Alex Cortez Jr., the first game-generated son, as we mentioned. But the throw pulls Fletcher off the bag, and that's going to be a... what is that? Wild pitch. Wild pitch. Galeazzi moves up. Here's Israel Fisher. Another wild pitch. Back-to-back wild pitches. Galeazzi's now standing on third. We have 2 outs. So Sunderland's just looking to get out of this one. And I think that's going to do it. So no bleeding there. And Montreal's got the last chance. They got 3 outs to get back into this one. Havana banana peppers. That's what I want on my pizza. Only at Domino's. Josh Brown strikes out for the first out. They've got 2 left, and it'll be Catagisto.
Have you heard of this new thing at Domino's? The
Martinez.
Havana banana pizza. It's got bananas and banana peppers.
Wow.
It's supposed to be the new pineapple and pizza, I've been told.
Yeah,
And the last chance is Lorenzo Martinez, the catcher.
Free communist revolution with it.
It's not going to do it.
Good one, Jeff.
Thank you.
So,
yeah, a few cigar butts on it as well. It's a tasty pizza.
So this game ends 5-2 in favor of Santo Domingo. Their bats showed up today. 9 hits for them. Labuda having an excellent day, now hitting .429. He had 3 hits in this one and 1 RBI. Israel Fisher 2 hits but 5 RBIs in this game.
Does it say who grounded into the double plays? That's a Fletcher. He used to do that all the time.
It does.
He loved to do that.
I think you can look
He had
in
one.
OTP, but
He had one.
You can.
He had one.
Yeah.
So
He loved to do that.
Terry had 2 hits there for the other multi-hit day. So only multi-hit day for Montreal, spreading their hits out evenly. It was Kelly. I want to say Carson Kelly, but it's Chris Kelly. And Fletcher goes hitless, Brown hitless, and Catagisto hitless. Everyone else got a hit in this one. Dibble, that's a funny name. John Dibble. John Dibble gets the win in this one.
Click on his photo. He's got a baby face. How old is he? 29. Yeah.
John Dibble, 5 innings, 2 earned, 1.
Try that
1K
Domino's
in this one.
skincare. Yeah, keeping them young.
No, Domino's is in Montreal. It's not in Santo Domingo. Sieran Dunn.
I know, but they were just in Montreal.
Gets lit up in this one. Only lasts 3.2 innings. Gives up 9 earned. to the tune of a 12.27 ERA to start off this one. The bullpen was good after the fact, but they didn't get enough run support to get back into this one. How do you say this name? Prizzy B.
Pribislav.
Pribislav
Pribislav.
Labuda.
That's what I'm going with.
I'm just gonna call him Slough. Slough Labuda is the player of the game.
Coleslaw.
Let's take a look at the other games here. Cape Cod.
St. Louis 3-0.
Cape Cod's playing. Are they playing at Camp Cod? No, they're not. They're playing in Los Angeles. Cape Cod's get back to their winning ways.
They're playing in the snake pit.
They get 3 runs in the top of the 9th in extras for the win in this one. Darchinjans the winner, Brown the loser, and Hart the player of the game. St. Louis 3-0 to start the season. Will new manager William ever lose a game? We'll have to find out after this. And they win this one 4-3 over Kingston. Cortez is the winner. Medania is the loser, and Conway's the player of the game. And Cincinnati finally gets in the win column, 7-1, winning this one. Say is the winner, and me is the loser. Oh,
New acquisition Sherwood with the home run.
they have 3 single-syllable players here. Say, me, and O. And Havana Bananas with some domino power, beating Hanshin at home in Cuba. Camp the winner, Roy the loser, Shaughnessy with a save, and Wayne Cassidy, player of the game.
Fights off a 3-run 9th inning. Secure the win there. Interesting.
Wow.
Yep. Alright, so now we go to the top. To the top. Memphis 3-0 on the season, 2-1 over Steel City. Close one there. Ejutkin, the winner. He had an excellent game there. He's the player of the game. Ryan, the loser. Kilmer, his second save of the season. Boston winning 4-0 over Las Vegas. Zan, the winner.
Great game for Zan. He did not have a good spring.
Diane is handed his first loss in the top league, and Zand is the player of the game. Vancouver winning 6-2 over Guadalajara. White the winner, Wright the loser, White the player of the game. And Brooklyn gets a win, where a nice outing from Meng Ta. Love to see that, Jeff. From Meng Ta, staying healthy, pitching well. Ta gets the win. Anzalone the loss, a name we all know very well. He's now pitching in Washington. Gets a loss here. And player of the game is Meng Ta. Chicago winning in close on 1-0 over Denver. Peterson the winner, Vincent the loser, and McCormick is the player of the game despite not getting the no decision in this one. So clearly an excellent pitching duel in that one, although Denver did have 9 hits. No runs.
What happened to that one? 9th run though.
Yeah.
We're a 1-run win. That's a tough one.
In the 9th. Alright, let's move to the Middle League. So we have Mexico City finally getting into the win column, 4-0 over Ottawa. Savdeep the winner, Capechi the loser, and Savdeep is the player of the game. Houston blowing out Atlanta 14-2. Worsfold the winner, Magante the loser, and Dowd. He's that Dowd, and he's the player of the game, Joe Dowd.
Number 1 performance too on the day.
Yep. And Phoenix blowing out Haiti 11-1. Lesniewski, the Polish pistol, I think that's what I called him, or is he the Polish rifle? Polish rifle, winning this one. Hager the loser, and Brian Barnhart is the player of the game.
Polish pistol would have been better.
Maybe I'll change it.
Polish then.
He's definitely Polish. Lester Lesniewski.
Love the Polacks here,
Baltimore
folks.
wins 7-1 in Seattle. So these two teams do not like to play close baseball. Baltimore blows out Seattle in the first one. Seattle blows out Baltimore in the second one. Baltimore blows out Seattle.
Josh Voss with his first loss.
Josh Voss only with the loss in season 2016. And Vasario is the player of the game. And for the Dirty Birds, they drop another one to Bay Area, 9-7, a close one there, thanks to 3 runs in the top of the 9th for Bay Area. So looks like a blown up bullpen game in that one. Not something you want to see after um, shoring up your bullpen if you're the manager of Florida there. But it's a long season, and you can't take too much from this first series. All right.
Bay Area's going to like to see Mark Dower with the player of the game there. He had a bit of a rough start in the first 2 games. Two home runs for
You
him.
mean Florida? Yeah,
Oh,
Mark
Florida.
Dower, 2 home runs in this one. Prunow also had 2 home runs. Hood had a home run. So Hood's home runs for everyone. They scored 7, but they gave up 3 in the 9th, so not quite enough.
Scored 2 in the 9th too, though.
Yep, so I get real close.
1.
Alright, I think that's it for the stream today. We are not going to do a cup game this time around due to time constraints. So I will real-time sim the last 3 games. So it'll be last 3 games, 1 regular season game and 2 cup games in a moment.
The top league.
So thanks everyone for joining us for opening day 2016, and we'll see you next time.